Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is wikis. And you know, the backdrop for this is, everybody knows the most famous wiki is Wikipedia. In January 2008, it had about 2.5 million articles, and it's probably got 5 million now. Again, this is a few years old, hundreds of millions of edits, more than 6 million contributors. And how many of you know that there's a simple English Wikipedia? So that's a very, it's especially made for English language learners, and it can be a really good tool either for reading or for writing. So, you know, here's a university I was lecturing at recently, but there's certainly Wikipedia. This is a simple English Wikipedia page. There's certainly simple English Wikipedia pages on a lot of topics that your students are interested in, or if there aren't such pages, there's no reason why they couldn't start them. And the other good thing about Wikipedia is, you know, one of the challenges in collaborative work is you often don't know who did what. But in Wikipedia, you can always, and in any wiki, you can always go back and see the revision history, and you can click on certain things and look at changes between different versions. So you can go back and see, you know, which student contributed exactly what at what time. So, some of the interesting research on Wikipedia is something mass edited like this is approximately equal in accuracy to the most stored encyclopedia in the world. Somebody did a study where they intentionally put in 10 errors in Wikipedia in different articles, and they were almost all of them were immediately changed. And then people have also looked at Wikipedia linguistically and found that it's comparable to Encyclopedia Britannica. The other interesting thing, you tend to think that you know, too many cooks spoil the broth, but actually people have shown that the articles that have the most editors are the ones that are the highest in quality. And the other thing that's neat to do, for any of you who are interested in kind of applied linguistics research, because Wikipedia exists in many languages, you can actually look at the difference between articles on similar neutral topics in different languages and the editing process that goes on to compare how people edit and revise in different languages. And I'm not going to go into the details, but you know, somebody did a study that looked at French pages, German pages, Japanese pages, and Dutch pages. Now, I think this is a very interesting point. That, you know, we talked about blogs kind of being the intermediary of the intermediate, you know, the kind of bridge between informal and formal, and writing and speech, and broadcasting and interactivity. I think wikis have a very different affordance. One of the areas of research that goes back to the early 1990s, or maybe even to the 1980s, on computer-mediated communication, is that it's great for discussion, but terrible for decision-making. I mean, let me give you an example. You know, let's say the four of us, you know, want to decide to plan something. When and where we're going to meet for lunch or this or that. You know, sitting down together in a room, we could probably do it in about 10 seconds. You know, over email, it could go back and forth forever. So in that sense, it's kind of hard to get work done. Well, Ward Cunningham said, and I think this is a great quote, "The blogosphere is a community that might produce a work, whereas a wiki is a work that might produce a community." So what's great about a wiki for collaborative work is people are not just discussing things, they're taking action. So if you want to do a collaborative project or collaborative writing, anytime somebody says something, they're actually carrying out a revision right then. And a lot of what I'm saying about wikis, you know, wikis can be a little bit cumbersome to work, but Google Docs can do the same thing. And it can do it in real time as well now. So you can have students do the same kind of collaborative writing on Google Docs. docs, for example. So I think that's the key to the affordances of wikis and other collaborative writing tools.